Hello and welcome. Today we're going to work on a guided visualization about letting go of fear. Now, fear isn't always a bad thing. We do label it bad sometimes, but we need it occasionally in order to warn us about things. But we don't want to get stuck in fear. Fear of having a love in our life, perhaps, or moving forward with education to become something that you've always wanted to become. Fear of moving forward and maybe buying a house so you have this beautiful home you've always wanted. Whatever that fear is that holds you back, that's what we want to work on today. Hello, I'm DeChaine, your intuitive spiritual guide for practical matters and certified Marconics Energy recalibration practitioner. If you want to get comfortable, we're going to go ahead and go on our journey. Close your eyes and let's get started. Take a breath and start to let all of the worries of the day, just let it go for the moment. If you need to pick it up later, you can always do that. But set it aside so that you don't need to be concerned about it right now. Take another breath. And as you start relaxing, as you start letting go of the worry and the fear, just for the moment at least, allow yourself to have a bubble surrounding you. Visualize a bubble. It's a clear bubble, but it's not holding you back from things. It's simply keeping out the negative things that make you feel unsafe. So that in this bubble, you know that you are safe, that nothing can harm you, that fear is not needed in this space, that you can have it all and you can be all, that you deserve it all, because in this space, that fear that you don't is unnecessary. And now that you have the bubble surrounding you, and you know that you're safe, I want you to imagine a balloon. Just a little balloon that you have in your hand that's empty. It's got no air in it. And it is one that can expand as large as you want it to. And as the balloon will expand, your bubble will get bigger to account for it so that you don't need to worry about your bubble bursting or anything. You will remain safe inside your bubble. And I want you to bring up whatever fears brought you to this visualization. If it's about a person, about a thing you want to do in the circumstances, whatever it is, take that fear and bring it up and look at that balloon in your hand and start blowing into the balloon. Start releasing that fear into the balloon so that you can watch it getting bigger and bigger. And when you need a breath in your imagination, pinch that balloon, take another breath and feel it coming from even deeper in you. Feel it coming up from your toes, whatever the fears are, from deeper in your subconscious. Feel it all start to rise up, all of that fear. Perhaps it's the fear of not being good enough, the fear of not being smart enough or beautiful enough, or the right place at the right time. I mean, whatever that fear is that you have, blow it into the balloon. Let it all come out. Feel it raising up and coming out. And imagine the balloon just getting bigger and bigger. As big as you need it to be, the bubble will always protect you and get bigger around it. And as it gets its maximum space, you think you can't feel it anymore, just know that it will continue to get larger and larger as you need it to. And as you bring up more and more of that fear that's been holding you back. Perhaps fear that you simply aren't loved enough, that you don't deserve it, that you can't have it, whatever those fears are, fear of failure, or even fear of success, the fear that you don't know how and may never learn. Whatever it may be, blow it into that balloon. And as it gets to the fullest and you feel like you've released as much as you can for the moment, tie off the balloon. Even if you don't know in 3D world how to do it, tie it off. Imagine it nodding at the base. And then after you do that, allow it to be pulled out of your bubble without breaking your bubble. Imagine it letting it go and pulling its way up and out of your bubble so you're safe, and yet all of that fear is outside of your safety bubble. And as you watch it raise up, because you can still see it going up, almost as though it's filled with helium, it continues to go up and up. Some people like to burst the bubble, but for me, I feel like it's going to rain back down on me again, so I choose not to do that. I choose to watch it go up until I can't see it any longer. And then I imagine that it is brought up and covered with love or a higher vibration, or an angel takes it into its wings. And it simply transmutes that energy. So the bubble bursts in a simple and easily protected space. And as it bursts, it shifts and transmutes into this beautiful energy, this loving, wonderful energy that comes then can shower back down upon you. And you can allow it in to come in through your bubble so that you can feel this transmuted joy and peace and love coming over you, releasing that fear that may even be left. You may not even have anything at the moment that you can feel in fear. Or if you do, perhaps this raining down of this transmuted energy will help you to release some of the remaining ones. And as you feel it rain down into you, you watch your bubble disintegrate because you don't really need it anymore. You see that the spaces that you emptied out that were no longer filled with fear, that were sort of empty, instead of allowing more fear in, you're allowing this raining down of energy to fill those spaces, to fill it with joy or peace or love or whatever it is that you need, or hope, whatever it is. Filling those empty spaces up so that that fear can't get back in because there's no room for it. And then, now that you are there, you may choose to put another protection around yourself. So if you are thinking the fear comes from outside yourself or the circumstances that are fear-based, you can allow yourself to put up another bubble or a light or whatever you like, maybe even a dome surrounding you, so that whatever fearful thing tries to knock on your dome or your light simply gets bounced off, or it gets kind of ejected and rejected. Whatever works best for you. Choose that visualization. And anytime that you feel that something is invading your space that makes you feel fearful, shove it back out again. Watch it almost like boomerang back out into the world. So that, or perhaps you prefer to have it disintegrate on its way back out, so it leaves you, but it doesn't touch someone else. Or perhaps you prefer to have it go back to the person who sent it to you in the first place, who caused that fear. Whatever it is, just know that you can come back to this space and time whenever you like. You can pull up another balloon and do the same thing again, over and over, as much as you need, knowing that you can release a little more of that fear every time if you so choose. And now breathing and knowing that you have released much of the fear that you were holding on to. Just know that you deserve to have more than that fear. You deserve to have this joy and this healing and this beauty, that your life can be what you choose. So as you feel yourself come back into this present state, this present moment, and this present reality, just know that you can come back to this space anytime you like, or you can simply feel that new bubble around you, this protection that you've just put there, leaving the good feelings in and the fear outside. Now taking another breath and coming more into your body, feeling more aware and moving your little fingers and your little toes. feeling energized, feeling hopeful, and knowing that that fear will not come back. You may get another layer and you may need to come back and do this again, but that's okay. You haven't failed. You've simply gone into a deeper level and a deeper layer. And now opening your eyes, wide awake, ready to go, and knowing that you can indeed come back and listen to this visualization anytime you want, or you can do it on your own without the need to come back here. And if you really want to try this, you can do it in your 3D world. Go actually find a balloon. Think about whatever it is that you want to release and blow it into that balloon. And while you can't watch it go up without adding helium, you can release, after it's really big, you can release the balloon and watch it fly around the room and perhaps watch it in your mind transmute the energy, or you can pop it after you imagine the energy transmuting inside the balloon into something more joyous and beautiful, and then pop it and imagine it showering over you. Whatever works best in the visualization that works for you is what you should try. But try different things. It's all up to how you feel inside and what the visualization that works for you. Thank you for joining me today. Again, I'm Carol DeChaine. If you'd like to hear more of my videos, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and maybe even click the bell notification so you know the next time that one has come out. And if you'd like to know more about Marconics energy, multidimensional ascension energy for just uplifting and feeling more in the higher vibration to bring you more joy and more of what you want in this life, or energy space clearings for your home or your business, as well as coaching packages that I put out there to feel your more authentic self, or to do some, being a spiritual guide for practical matters, we want some of these practical things happening, right? So everything I do is to help you move forward. It's not just to feel it, it's to have more of what you want, to raise your vibration, to be more, to have more, to experience more of who you want to be. And you can find that on my website, connecttojoy.com, which will be below this video. Or, of course, you can check more of my YouTube videos that have already been published, because there's a lot out there about Marconics and energy space clearings, particularly. Thank you for joining me. Until next time, blessings.